My name is Clay Mertes. This is your sales panel. And today we're really going to kind of give you an inside look into each one of these people's businesses, okay? So we're going to be covering what their schedule looks like, what their activity looks like, and really what their lead investment on a weekly basis looks like. So if you wouldn't start, we'll go down the line. Miss Mother Ann, would you please introduce yourself so that way everybody can get to know you?
Hello, good afternoon. Or is it afternoon or morning? Okay, my name is Anne Tendong, popularly known as Mrs. Mother. I'm a grandma, mother of 4, and I've been in this business for 8 months now. Courtesy to Bridget Eminem. Yes, she's my upliner.
And a badass.
Huh?
And she is badass.
Oh yeah, and she is leading from behind. So since she's a badass, I'm also a badass.
That's right. That's right. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, you can pass the mic to Jake and VeRae. Jake and VeRae.
Hello, we are Jake and VeRae Joseph, a part of the Gonzalez Dukes Leventovich organization, and we live out of Albuquerque, New Mexico.
What's up, everyone? VeRae got it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Oscar Calderin. I'm from Cuba, and I'm out of Miami, Florida. My upline is Gary Burbish. Yeah.
There he is. There he is. All right, Oscar, let's stick with you because you got a mic in your hand, brother. I want to really start kind of on your schedule. Can you give everybody like an idea? Because we were talking backstage, and you've really made a big transition to being like a 24/7 guy and in 24/7. So can you talk about a week in the life of Oscar, what it looks like, how you organize your appointments, door knocks, that sort of thing?
So what I do is I try to have a morning routine, and that's for me. So I try to wake up every day at either 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. And what that does is that it's going to allow me to do my workout or whatever personal activity I have to do. And when it comes down to 8 a.m. is when I get going with my leads, and I get ready to hit the road because I am a door knocker. And with my leads, I try to have no more than 15 to 20 leads a day. That's just a rule that I have. I don't want to see too many people. I try to see every lead. If I don't make contact, I'm going to try to make contact with that person at least twice a day. That's why I don't want to have too many leads. But you want to hit the road at the latest at 9 a.m. And from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., that's prime time. That's my opinion, but I believe that's prime time for a door knocker. Also between 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sometimes 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. will be a little too much, but that's prime time. From 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., that's when you are really gonna catch people at home that are gonna wanna talk to you.
So I have a question for you, Oscar. So you're hitting the road. You got your 20 leads. Do you have some sort of organization strategy, or do you load them into Road Warrior, another app, or you just start plugging stuff into Google Maps?
So pretty much the night before you hit the road, you want to have all your leads organized by zip code. So I already know that I'm going to be in South Miami, and South Miami is going to lead me to Kendall, and Kendall is going to lead me to Sweetwater. So I have them organized by zip code, where I'm going from south to north or from north to south. But yeah, you want to do it the night before, and you want to have them organized the way it's easier for you, zip code or however works out for you. But yeah, that's how I organize them.
Now, a part of your schedule, and you're I assuming door knocking, trying to immediately get into the home. Are there situations where you might meet somebody and then schedule an appointment for the next day? And if so, how do you organize that with your door knocks?
Yeah, that happens very often. So what happens is you can be on a zip code and you can have 5 leads on that zip code. And let's say that one person said, hey, I can't see you right now, but if you come back later on today or tomorrow, I'll be able to do it. In that same zip code, I'm gonna have people that I didn't see. Or on the next zip code, I'm gonna have another 3 people that I couldn't see that day. So when I come back to that appointment, I'm gonna address the appointment and I'm gonna go see those people that I couldn't see that same day.
Got it, got it. Final question on your schedule. Throughout the week, you said you're 7 days. Are you 7 days door knocking, or do you somehow divide your time between other activities?
When I first started, it was 7 days door knocking, and it was just like that. Sometimes I would hit the road at 7 a.m., and I'll get home at 9 p.m., or maybe even later. It didn't really matter to me.
Beautiful. Thank you, Oscar.
Yeah.
Jake and VeRae, I want to talk to you a little bit about your schedule, because you guys, you're obviously new board members with us. You've got a large team. You're doing estate planning. You're also doing life sales. Can you guys talk about how you organize your weekly schedule?
Dude, I'm like, you're so good at being the host. I just feel like I'm on a talk show on TV. I just had to say that. Clay is awesome at doing this. Everyone knows that. I'll let VeRae kind of hit maybe more the details of the estate planning side and what we're doing there. But when you talk, this is such a great question, because talking about scheduling, I remember when we were brand new and understanding the idea, like, show me the schedule of someone who makes money. Show me the schedule of someone who doesn't make money. And the one that's completely blank, they ain't making nothing. The one that's full, they're making a lot of money. So just the concept of scheduling is everything. We could spend an hour just on this. But I remember I had the fortunate opportunity to fly on Andy's jet, and I just remember him telling me, like, working on your schedule is an A activity. So that way it doesn't get into a B activity, right? Or it's a B activity so it doesn't fall into an A one. But working on your schedule is work. So, like, kind of prefacing it a little bit, we'll make sure with our executive assistant, Faith, like, we'll sit down in the end of each month to plan for the whole month ahead with our estate planning seminars and when they're going on. When we have hot spots and where we're traveling to, or people traveling to us, like every single Sunday, just sitting down and putting in the time and the effort, taking 20, 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes every week to plan out the next 7 days and what we're doing and where we're going. So just to really emphasize that, but something that we've gotten into a habit of every single morning is just making sure we do morning meetings with our staff and our team, and just figuring out what does the day look like ahead, what are the A activities we each need to get taken care of, and what A activities and the real important stuff do we need to be aware of that are gonna happen throughout the week.
Yeah, and I'll ask you maybe a follow-up question, VeRae, and this is more the family element. Obviously, running a business is one thing, running a family is another thing. How do you kind of marry those two and manage them?
Awesome. Yeah, so like Jake mentioned, we're doing estate planning. So one of the things that I wanted to have in our business was estate planning, continuing to build our team, and continuing to have, a good family life. So those are our A activities as far as my schedule goes. So one of the things that we make sure of is Mondays and Thursdays, estate clients are not allowed in the office. We run that schedule because Mondays and Thursdays are typically dial days for our teams. So we don't want to let estate planning become a distraction of that. So Mondays, we open up our office, so our entire team is welcome to come and dial. If they're not, located there in Albuquerque, Mike and Noel do a Zoom dial session, so we're making sure we're hopping on. Jake's constantly doing private Zooms with people. So Mondays and Thursdays are just a no-go for estate clients. We spend a lot of time working on our business those days. So again, like Jake mentioned, planning for the month ahead. Where is Jake traveling to? Making sure our assistant has his flights booked, etc. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are my day to go hard in the field, right? So Tuesdays, our first client can be in as early as 8 a.m. and our last client, sometimes that's a 7:30, 8 p.m. appointment. And that's how I balance my schedule with the kids is, I make sure Mondays and Thursdays, which is a day we don't have estate clients, I'm getting home at a decent hour with them. Tuesdays, they know that that's mom's long day. It's been like that even since I did final expense. Tuesdays is my day that I'm gone. I'm not helping pick up from school, doing sports. Wednesday, we work again on our personal relationship. So if anybody knows me, I'm not a night owl. I don't like staying up late, so we don't go on dates in the evening because I'll crash out. So what we do is every Wednesday morning, we go on a date before the TWC. So then we watch the TWC, and then after the TWC, estate clients come in. Thursday, again, that's a no-go. We spend a lot of time working with our teams, Zoom calls, team calls, and then Friday, right after the activity call, is a full day for estate clients. And we, again, important to us is keeping our family life, fun. It's a little bit different when the girls are on summer, but typically, I'm home on the weekends with them, Saturday and Sunday. Jake works a lot on Saturdays, with the team building. So what we make sure is we're not just sitting on the couch on Sunday hanging out. Not to say that we don't ever have those quote unquote lazy days, but we run a full schedule. We're exhausted. I'm exhausted for work, but that doesn't give me an excuse to sit at home and do nothing with the kids. So we'll get into the mountains, we'll go hiking, we'll go ride four-wheelers, dirt bikes, camping, whatever that looks like.
That's good. That lifestyle element's big because my impression is y'all are either working or doing something really fun, and I like that. Miss Mother Ann, I would love to hear more about your schedule because you're a woman of many talents and you also have one of the fastest growing organizations in the country. So I'd love to hear how a normal week looks like for you, how you manage multiple businesses and build this.
Okay, thank you very much. So my schedule, like a typical morning, when I get up, I do my meditation, and I read at least for 15 to 20 minutes. I go out for a walk, or I go to the gym, whatever one comes first. So when I come back, after a cup of coffee, decaf. So after a cup of coffee, then I hop to my office. I start making calls, start talking with my business partners. They call all the time, anytime, no restriction. Because I was taught that billionaires don't sleep. While you are building, you have to forgo some things. So my Monday, when I get up, I do all the rounds. Then we hop in, I post some motivational things on our platform. Then we hop on the 11:30 call with Adam Katz. Then start following appointments, check my calendars, and close those who are closable, train those who need special training. Then in the evening, I always get a one-on-one with those who want to improve. So I ask you, I have an hour a day for anybody who wants to take it. Because I was taught that give 80% of your time to those who want to run and 20 to those who are taking their time. So exactly I do that. On a Tuesday morning, we have some trainings that will follow up. Then the same kind of routine. Then on Wednesday, we try to invite guests. The team invite guests, we talk to them, then we jump on the activity calls. We make sure we are always on our training. But then the fun part, Friday is my no stress day. So Friday, I enjoy myself, go out shopping, go out canvassing, then come back to, I have a business that takes my time. It is just really for fun. So I dress up people for parties, dress up people for occasion, which I really like it. Thank you. The- I, I equally match people up with their fragrances. So, you know, you wear the fragrance doesn't wear you. So I do a lot of that. Then Saturday, if you have spotlight event, we have a team, Bridget, myself, and one of my teammates, Sharon. We go down, we try to do the spotlight events. So that's how it's typically. But every time, no matter what, from our hierarchy, dominate and unstoppable, you call us anytime. We are there to answer you.
You are in 247.
Yes, 247.
I love
How ready are you?
I love it. I love it. All right, Oscar, I'm coming down to you, man. I want to switch gears a little bit more towards leads. And we started to talk about it, and a lot of your business is generated from door knocks. So this is kind of a two-part question. What's a weekly investment look like? And then what kind of leads do you door knock? You direct mail, you internet, what are the sources? Tell us everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna be straightforward. I only use Bang Bang. Bang Bang, $500 a week. That's gonna give me 100 leads. Normally what I do is they have 50% off. So you don't have to pay $500. You can only spend $250. You still get 100 leads, and that'll do it for me. Bang Bang only. Sometimes I deviate and go with integrity and other leads, and then I realize that Bang Bang is what works for me.
All right.
Sure.
And is it a steady 500 every week gets the job done? Do you find some weeks you're having a slower week and you need to reload? Talk to me your strategy there.
When I was buying 50 leads, then I realized that I needed to spend more money and spend $500. So, yeah, $500 would do it. 100 leads, yeah.
Okay. And if you ever find yourself in a situation where maybe you're having a slow sales week, will you go back to the well and get another investment?
Now, when it comes down to leads, I think that 100 leads is probably about as much that you'll be able to handle.
I see. You'd be dying if you got any more.
Some people might be able to handle more if they dial or if they handle it differently, but if you're door knocking, usually when I'm having a slow week, what I do is I call my upline.
I got you. And they get your mind right.
Yeah.
That's a good strategy right there. All right. Anything else you want to add lead-wise that you do that kind of you think helps separate you, helps produce high premium?
Same thing that everybody already knows. It's not about the lead. It's about you. And you just got to get better at helping people and communicating with your upline to get your mind right. But it is about you. And for me, Bang Bang works just fine. I mean, they done it for me. So that's just how I go about it.
Your upline texted me while we were talking and said you bought $1,000 worth of leads this week?
Yeah.
Okay. So you doubled up.
Yes, sir.
Good job. Good job. Jake and VeRae, you guys have a lot of irons in the fire. Talk to us about like your estate planning investment. Do you do anything with any other lead sources? You've got a lot of clients at this point, so you can talk about all your strategies for not only life business, but estate planning and what that investment looks like.
Yeah, so obviously on the estate planning side, we have a seminar consistently every single 5 to 6 weeks. And so obviously it's that 5,500. Now we partner with Amanda and Sam, so we split that in half. But that consistency, just kind of like how you asked Oscar, is having that consistency of doing it. It means everything, because once, I mean, VeRae and Amanda, their pipeline was full. Their pipeline is full. Like it's not a shocker to have $1 million, $1.5, $2 million in annuities in the pipeline at all times. Like stuff gets issued, and then they're like, "Oh, I just wrote another 500,000 or another 300,000," and it's like, it's because of the consistency of it. Outside of that, yeah, we ran final expense in home for 5.5 years. So we've got, between the two of us, we got a few thousand clients, and we still find time to help make sure we service those. That's not an everyday thing, that's for sure, you know, but maybe once a week, once every other week, we have a morning where we help make sure we continue to service those clients and help make additional sales there.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask, so it sounds like a lot, at this point, you've got enough clients where it's repeat business, referrals, that sort of thing on the life side.
Yes.
And then a lot of your new business now is on the estate planning side. Can you talk about like investment there? What's your schedule? Is it every 6 weeks? How often are you investing there?
Yeah, so the estate planning, I mean, we know that that's going to be a consistent bill every single month, because when we were running final expense, that's something that we were consistently, Jake and I were spending $1,200 a week consistently on final expense direct mail when we were going in the field. So when we, you know, saw estate planning, we needed to add that to it. We didn't just cold turkey cut out final expense. So that was, you know, $4 or $5 grand a month in our life leads, and then an additional, you know, with the split between my mom, an additional almost $3 grand with the expenses. But every month, no matter what, we have our card is ran for an estate planning seminar, which comes out to about $2,700 a piece. So that's consistent every month. And then again, like Jake was mentioning, because we do have a couple thousand clients on the books, what we do is we have our staff book our current clients for us. So when we didn't have staff, one thing that we were doing is we were incorporating our current clients into our dial sessions. So maybe we, you know, if we were booking 20 appointments for the next 2 days, maybe 12 of them were brand new leads, 8 were current clients. But now what we do is we use that time, like for me personally, current clients are on Thursdays. And what I do is we have our staff go into our CRM for us and book those current clients. So that's not a lead cost at this point, but it is an investment in staff to help make sure your calendar is full.
Beautiful, beautiful. Ms. Tendong, you're a little bit different, because from what I understand, a lot of your business is through referrals, through IULs, and that sort of thing with your team. So I'm going to ask this question a little bit differently when it comes to kind of growing your premium. How does that conversation go when you hire a new person and you're having that IUL conversation, that be your own banker conversation, to encourage them to invest in themselves, but also kind of to start to get that personal use policy?
Okay, thank you. When we recruit somebody, we recruit organic. So when we recruit that person, we tell you the importance of having an IUL first. You cannot say what you don't have. That's obvious. So we talk to you, we tell you all the advantages, we do the presentation, compare the different portfolios, and then we get you rolling. And then, it's very important for all of us here to understand that the best time to get your IUL is now. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. So the best time is now, before you go to the next doctor's appointment. We've seen people just get out of stage and they get paralyzed, stroke, whatever comes. So we tell you that tomorrow is not promised. The best thing, now that you are young and healthy, get the best policy. And how much is the best policy? We will not ask you to stretch in such a way that you will be struggling. No. Don't stretch, but get something that will cover, if you have a mortgage. Let's say your mortgage is $600,000. If it happened to be diagnosed with a terminal, critical, or chronic illness, what will you fall back on? So if you have a $600,000 mortgage, how much will be your IUL? 100? 200? 500? Or $1 million? Now you will have to use your tongue and count your teeth. Because at that time, you see that, okay, if it is terminal illness and I'm giving 100% of my death benefit, and my policy is just $500,000, then what? What kills is not the illness. What kills is financial stress. So we stress on that enough that you start wanting to get a good policy. And plus, the older you become, the more expensive it becomes. So take it now so that tomorrow you will not be denied. Plus, it is not given to anybody, right? So it's like privileged to get an IOL.
And I've heard too that you'll throw your policy down and say, this is what I have. Is that a strategy as well? As you show people your policy and say, this is what I do.
Yes. When you have it, you flunked it. Yes. When you have it, you flunked it. So when I'm talking to you, to get a policy, I have something to show you. And I will not have a baby policy. I have policies for all my grandkids, 2 million. All my sons, 2.5. Myself, I'm getting to 10 million soon. So when I show you my policy and you see that my policy is really growing, you have no choice. And I'll tell you, I'm just an immigrant like you, right? I don't have 2 heads. I don't have 4 eyes. This is me, 5'3". But hey, when I look at the mirror, what do I see? 7.4. That's what I see. So when I tell you that, you'll be like, hey, yeah, she's just a little woman. If she can get this, I can do better than her. So that handbag you want to buy, do you need it or do you want it? If you put that policy, you might buy 20 of those. That car you want to upgrade, you don't have a policy. Do you need it or do you want it? Your policy grows 7 to 15% annually. So you can buy multiple of that. And that's the truth, facts. Then I tell you stories, they say what? Stories sell. That's right. Facts tell. You give them a story and they see that it is real. And they get it.
Beautiful. I love that. All right, we're going to close with this, Oscar. I want you to talk a little bit about your mindset surrounding activity, your mindset and aggression about like trying to get rich and help families. So give us like a little bit of an inside view into like your commitment to being in 24/7.
Yeah, so my mindset was motivated by just, I just wanted to be successful. I wanted to win, and just communicating with my upline and him letting me know the great opportunity that you have here at the Alliance. That really just motivated me, and seeing the numbers when people, just being able to come to every conference, and even knowing that it took a little bit of work to get me here at first because I couldn't afford it, but you know, he still got me out here. And I seen the numbers and the opportunity of people just being able to grow. That just motivated me. I knew that it was possible. So for me, working 12-hour days, 14-hour days, 10-hour days, it just didn't matter because I knew what it was possible. So that was my motivation. I wanted to be number one. I wanted to win. And that's really what motivated me.
Beautiful, beautiful. Jake and VeRae, same question. Recent board members, talk to us about what's next, your mindset, your activity, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so the mindset towards it all, just I think of when I was brand new, I didn't have the skill. I came from construction. I built movie sets for about 5-6 years, so I had no people skills. But I knew the way for me to even the playing field from myself being brand new, not having the skills, to the top producers that did, was just increasing my activity level. I knew I might not book 50% of the contacts I had, but I knew I could put in 400 or 500 phone calls in a single dial day. And so when you ask me that, my plan is to stay consistent with that, because I know as long as we can outwork ourselves from the day before, we'll continue to grow, even if the skill isn't quite there yet in certain pieces of our business.
You want to add anything to that, VeRae?
Yeah, we just treat this business like we don't have a choice. even though we have a choice, in mine and Jake's head, we don't have a choice.
Ms. Tendong, wrap us up. What is your mindset? What should we expect from you going forward?
Okay, mindset. Success in this business, 80% is mindset. 20% is skill set. We have our uplines ready to help. So what's your mindset? If you don't shift from a negative to a positive mindset, then that's a problem. When you look at that mirror, who do you see? What do you see? What environment are you getting yourself in? Who are those you are talking to? What are those negative things you talk to yourself? All that counts. If you can do it, I can do it. You don't have two heads. So even Dr. Ben Carson said it, mindset. Mindset is what we should go back home today with. Change your mindset. Know that you are an eagle, not a chicken.
You damn right. Please give it up for these top Alliance agents.